today is the audience's movie choice review. If this is the first time that you are watching this, then let me explain what this is all about. It is where once a month I give you a chance to give me a suggestion of a movie to watch, and I randomly choose it out of a hat, and I will review, and we can have more of a discussion. I'm just hoping that this will be a way of getting people more involved. And yeah, so let's just begin. The movie that I randomly chosen, and I should have videotaped me picking it out of the hat, so you guys saw that I actually did it, but I didn't think of that until after, so I apologize for that. The movie that was chosen is The Thomas Crowne Affair, which was suggested by Lucius-Sun at Zenga.com. I will put a link below so you guys can go check him out. And yeah, so let's get into the review. The Thomas Crowne Affair. Well, this movie is about a billionaire guy who decides that since he's so bored with his life that he's going to go and try to pull off the perfect art heist. He steals a piece of art, and he finds himself being chased by a beautiful woman bounty hunter, and the question is, are they in love with each other, or is this a cat and mouse? Well, when I first came into this movie, when I first looked at the movie, like I saw the cover, I looked at the description, the first impressions were Pierce Brosnan. He's in this movie. And I was like, okay, this could be good. He's in this movie. I've heard a lot of good things about him. And then this whole thing about him pulling off the perfect heist and this lady chasing him, and oh, great, a cat and mouse movie. I love that. And I was really just hoping for no romance at all. Maybe some sexual tension and stuff, but really no romance. And yeah, so now on to the characters. Pierce Brosnan, I feel he pulls it off, this very smooth, rich guy who thinks that he's all of that and he can do whatever he wants. He really pulls that whole attitude, that personality off just perfectly. But the lady, and this has a lot to do with what happens in the movie, but I just did not like how she just fell for him. Okay, I didn't like it at all. She's not what I expected her to be at all. Like, I thought she was going to be that really smart, sassy type lady who's going to be one step ahead of him and is going to catch him and, be famous and, be in the newspapers and people are like, look at this lady who caught the guy, and stuff like that. I don't know, but like, I just expected her to be more than the typical girl who swoons over a hot guy. So, the story itself. When I first got into the movie, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be great. The story just like started right off. You felt that there was something building up, and you're excited to see what was going to happen, and then things started happening. You're like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so great. And then she comes in and she starts working him and trying to get where the art piece is and everything, and there's a lot of twists and turns with certain things. And then like halfway through the movie, maybe, it all fell to pieces for me. It's like, oh my gosh, they pretty much had figurative sex on the dance floor, and then they went to the bedroom, of course, and I was just like, oh no, this is horrible, and this is horrible, and this is horrible. And I thought what was so ridiculous is that they felt the need to show these scenes of her naked all the time, and I was just like, no. And I didn't like the whole romance. It destroyed the excitement of the movie. It destroyed what this movie could have been. It brought it down several levels for me, and the story did okay throughout this, but I just felt like I just found myself just laughing the rest of the way. This is not supposed to be really a comedy, I don't think, and I just found myself laughing at them, just utterly laughing at them and how ridiculous they were in this whole thing. And I'm just like, how can you do this to me? This cat and mouse. So yeah, my dad actually, I talked to my dad about this because when I told him what I was watching, and he was like, you know, he told me about the original movie, and he said that the original is actually more of a cat and mouse. So I probably should have actually chosen that one, and I think I'm going to actually watch it, and when I do, I will tell you how I like that movie compared to this one. So yeah, I was satisfied with the ending. I must say, I did like how the ending came about. Like, I liked it, okay, but at the same time I didn't, because it was just not what I wanted from the ending. So like, I don't know, it seems really weird, like, if that I liked the ending even though I didn't like how it ended at the same time. But it was just okay, you know, it was okay. And the acting was great and everything else was great, but I just didn't like that whole romance. So the rating is a 3 out of 5 stars. I did like it, but it wasn't as great as it could have been. I will see you in the next one.